Hi everyone, today we are going to see Spectrum, a brief history on modern India, chapter 3, Advent of Europeans in India. In the previous video, we have discussed about the reason for the quest to find sea route to India and arrival of Portuguese and Dutch and their administration and religious policies and how their supremacy declined in Indian subcontinent.
If you are watching my video for the first time or you have still not subscribed my channel, please do subscribe and support me.
The British arrival in India started from the charter of Queen Elizabeth I. Francis Drake's voyage around the world in 1580 and English victory over the Spanish Armada in 1588 encouraged sailors to venture out to the east. Hearing news of the Portuguese profit, the British also wished to go to east for trade. In 1599, Merchant Adventures, a company was started. In December 31, 1600, Queen Elizabeth I Charter was released, which gave rights of exclusive trading to the company named Governor and Company of Merchants of London trading into the East Indies. They gave initially monopoly for 15 years, but in May 1609 it extended indefinitely. Now let's see the foothold of the British in western and southern part of India. In April 1609, Captain Hawkins arrived at Jahangir Court to ask permission to establish a factory in Surat, but it failed because the Portuguese opposed it and they came up with an agreement with the Mughals. Following that, in 1611, Hawkins left Agra. In the same year, they started their trade in Masulipatnam, which is in southeastern part of India. In the next year, 1612, Captain Thomas Best came to India. On the Arabian Sea, they had a fight with Portuguese fleet, where British won and the Jahangir was impressed by the British success. Following, in 1613, Jahangir granted permission to establish a factory at Surat under Thomas Aldworth. In 1615, Sir Thomas Rao, ambassador of James I, appeared in the court of Jahangir and stayed there till February 1619. He was unsuccessful in concluding commercial treaties, but he secured some privileges and got permission to set up factories at Agra, Ahmedabad, and Bharuch. In 1616, they established a factory at Masulipatnam. Initially, British struggled as Portuguese and Dutch dominated the India. In 1662, King Charles of England married Princess Catherine of Portuguese. The Portuguese gave Bombay as dowry to King Charles of England. Now, because of this marriage, British was in peace with Portuguese. Following that, in 1668, Bombay was given to East India Company for rent of £10 annually. In 1687, the English East India Company shifted its headquarters from Surat to Bombay. The Anglo-Dutch Compromise came in 1667, where Dutch can completely monopolize Indonesia and British will monopolize Indian trade. Then in 1632, Sultan of Golconda gave golden firman to English East India Company, by which the company will give 500 pakodas per year to the Sultan and they have the free trade access in Golconda ports. In 1633, Hariharpur, a region in Mahanadi Delta, and Balasore in Odisha was given to English East India Company, by which the company extended their trading activity to the east. Following, in 1639, Francis Day, a member of Masulipatnam Council, got permission from the Chandragiri ruler to build a fortified factory at Madras. Later, this fortified factory was called as Fort St. George. Soon, Madras replaced Masulipatnam as headquarters of English settlement in South India. Now let's see the merging of two English companies. After English Revolution of 1688, the Whigs, with their enhanced influence, opposed the monopoly of East India Company. Soon, a rival company was formed, which deputed Sir William Norris as its ambassador to the court of Aurangzeb. He was sent to gain trading privileges for the rival company, but this failed. In 1708, under the pressure from the crown and the parliament, the two companies were amalgamated as United Company of Merchants of England trading to the East Indies. This was the East India Company from 1708 to 1873, which was to establish British political power in India. In the next video, we will see about the Farrukhsayar's Farman and the foothold of British East India Company in Bengal. If you are not subscribed to our channel, please do subscribe and support us. Thanks for watching.